How could this family choose tithing over food? President Monson shares their story. Scriptures and the prophets.
May I share with you a letter I received some months ago, which provides such an example. The letter begins, and I quote, "We live on the edge of a small town, and our neighbor uses our pasture for his cattle, and as payment provides us with all the beef we want. Each time we get new beef, we have some of the present supply left over. And since we live in a student ward, we take meat to some students we feel might have good use for the beef. During the time my wife was serving in a Relief Society presidency, her secretary was a student's wife, the mother of 8 children. Her husband, Jack, had recently been called as ward clerk. My wife had always prayed to know which students might need our help with our excess meat. When she told me she felt we should give some meat to Jack and his family, I was very concerned that we might offend them. So was she. We both were worried because they were a very independent family. A few days later, my wife said she still felt we should take the meat to them, and I reluctantly agreed to go along. When we delivered the meat, my wife's hands were actually shaking, and I was very nervous. The children opened the door, and when they heard why we were there, they began dancing around. The parents were reserved but pleasant. When we drove away, my wife and I both were so relieved and happy that they had accepted our gift. A few months later, our friend Jack got up in testimony meeting and related the following. He said that all his life he'd had a hard time paying tithing. With such a large family, they used all the money he earned just to get by. When he became ward clerk, he saw all the other people paying tithing and felt he needed to also. He did so for a couple of months, and all was well. Then one month he had a problem. In his job, he completed work and was paid a few months later. He could see that the family was going to be far short of money. He and his wife decided to share the problem with their children. If they paid their tithing, they would run out of food on the 20th of the month. If they didn't pay their tithing, they could buy enough food to last until the next paycheck. Jack said he wanted to buy the food, but the children, they said they wanted to pay tithing. So Jack paid the tithing, and they prayed. A few days after paying their tithing, we had shown up with our package of meat for them. With the meat added to what they had, there was no problem having enough food until the next paycheck.